This is the February 21st, 2021 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Morning. Here we are once again then. Straight to it, if I may. Many are concerned regarding you always saying things are going to get a lot more topsy-turvy than they already are. Can you elaborate on that?
The warmest of hellos to you, Blossom, and each soul present here. Firstly, we would say that all that is to come is nothing that you are unable to handle. For inside each one is a mechanism that triggers strength when needed and necessary.
Mechanism?
This is the way we would choose to describe it. And indeed, Blossom, it has been known throughout your history of incredible strength coming from within when one is faced with situations where strength and courage are required. Remember this.
I mentioned in an interview the other day that my thoughts on this were, so far as that when the truth is revealed, all of the planet will go into shock, and some simply not knowing what to do or how to deal with it. Am I on the right page with this?
Indeed you are, Blossom. For truths are to come forth that will shatter many dreams of that which they thought, knew to be truth in one's reality. So we would say, it is these truths, when disclosed, that will change the way things are at the moment.
You said everything was to get more topsy-turvy.
It will certainly seem that way, as if the entire world has been upended, so to speak. Not one soul will be untouched by this, and yet so many will know that this is it. This is the calling they have been waiting for all their lives.
How will they know?
Because they will feel it. You will know you're knowing. There is no question of not knowing. So although things are to get worse, in a sense, one could look at it as also getting better at the same time. One will recognize that things are definitely on the move, even though the news that is to repeatedly shock as more is uncovered, will seem unbelievable at times. One, inside their being, will feel even more strongly that they are now moving in leaps and bounds to a better world. Let us speak of strength, if we may.
You may.
What is strength? It can be interpreted easily from a physical perspective. One can lift, one can endure enormous displays of physical strength, yet in order to do so, it is required for much training in order for the body to be prepared. Perhaps when preparing for a marathon, etc., much work has taken place beforehand. Has it not? It is the same for the inner strength, strength of being. You have all been preparing yourselves for this time. Even when you feel depleted with the waiting, you are still shining your light. And that light is your preparation, workout, if you like. You have not been idle, for you have been sending love and doing all that is required of you throughout these times. And those of high positions are exalted by the strength that continues to flow from you. So then, as these days progress, although feeling tired and lethargic, when it is time, you will know. A strength from within shall be presented without.
I'm hearing, put on your dancing shoes. Odd.
Yes, correct, Blossom. Your patience has been tried and tested to its limits. Yet in these future days, we believe you would say, you are ready to rock and roll.
So things getting more topsy-turvy isn't necessarily going to be a bad thing.
Blossom, how can the truth be a bad thing? It may be a shocking thing for all, yet once absorbed and confronted by the self, then those who have been waiting, those who knew this was coming will be ready to get to work, so eagerly and keenly, knowing that this is what they came to the planet to do.
So to clarify, you are meaning that it is about picking up the pieces.
Much more than that, Blossom. It is about helping the lost and confused, the angry, and those in disbelief. It is about bringing them from their knees back to their feet and pointing them in the direction of the bridge. Some may need to be escorted. Some may get it straight away and escort others. It will be such a time of unification, a time when those who have felt they may never hold another in their arms can embrace physically, soul after soul after soul, without fear. How many have been deprived of hugs? It is a necessary soul food for the human condition, and it has been wrongfully denied. Love hugs shall be the order of the day. All this love that you have been storing up, giving out too, yes, yet so much strength within love has been building up within you. You are ready and prepared for what is to come. Have no doubt about that.
That is certainly good to hear, for many feel so depleted and wondering how on earth they will get through these times, especially if it's to get worse.
Yet know that when it appears to be doing so, that the time has come when things are moving forward, as we have said. You will continually ask for strength and guidance, and you shall continually find all the recourse required opening up inside you. Everything you need is inside you now.
It just needs to be awakened, right?
No, it is already awake. It is waiting for its assignments.
This resonates easily and comfortably with me, and I would imagine it does with many others. Thank you.
The strongest of the strong. Remember. Remember. Remember.
Will we need to remember? Will we not just feel it in the times ahead?
Indeed. Yet this work that is to begin on a far greater level of understanding than your present time will require all that you are to shine in order to see your mission through. Be kind to yourselves. Nurture yourselves. Recharge your batteries. For although you will know that you are doing what you came here to do, there will be so much demand that one can easily become depleted. So it is of great importance to look after yourselves first and foremost. In order to have the continued strength to serve others, you shall be very much in need of your knowledge and your love.
When you say knowledge, what do you mean?
Knowledge of love. Knowledge of how to be oneself in love. Knowledge of knowing love within the self. For we say to you, Blossom, and each one that resides upon your planet at this time, it is love and only love that will see you through. To be able to assist others in understanding that they are of the divine. Look back over the years, if you would, and recognize the difference in yourself. The way you approach situations and souls now, compared to days of old. We feel not one of you would say that you are the same. For you have come to know love, and your knowingness of this love, of who you are, has changed you. It has changed the way you approach things. It has changed the way you respect others. It has changed all things within you because you are remembering what true love is and where it comes from. It comes from the divine. You are part of the divine. So imagine then, many who have not acquired the remembrance of self, and once awakened to truths that were unimaginable, they will need so much assistance, so much service, in so many ways, that they too may get it. Through you and all you know, they will, although exhausted and dazed, take your hand and walk over that bridge. Knowing, understanding that their destination is a new home, where rest and recuperation shall be offered, until such a time when they too may take up their roles and do the same for others as you have done for them. Dearest souls, we know that this time in which you are experiencing so much upheaval is proving to be so very difficult. Each one playing out their role and finding themselves in a place where perhaps they really do not want to be. Yet huge shifts are to unfold, and we say that although there is much darkness that is to come to light, the changeover will take place very quickly once certain protocols have been surrendered.
What do you mean?
Once the ball is rolling, that ball that everyone can see rolling, then things that have been prepared to fall into place shall do so rapidly. These days ahead, as days of now, are part of the divine plan. There are no mistakes in a divine plan. Each step of the way, whether it appears to be or not, has been meticulously thought out, thought through, in order for the darkness to be removed and the light to once again take its rightful place.
I find it quite hard to imagine a different kind of world, the one that we're walking into, and I consider myself to have a good imagination.
Feel it blossom. Feel love. Take deep breaths and feel love in your heart. Repeat the mantra as you do so. Keep doing this. Each time you are reinforcing who you are and strengthening not just you, yet the whole. For the I am is all people. We have every confidence that those that volunteered and were chosen to be here at this time to see this through shall do so, are doing so, have done so. What a time of celebration for all when this mission is accomplished.
Oh, indeed. Can we all go for rides in lightships at the local fair? In gratitude, in loving service, I am feeling a whole lot brighter.